My name is Melissa Profit, and I am the Education and Communication Specialist for the Warren County Soil and Water Conservation District. Today, I would like to share one of my educational lessons with you. This lesson comes from the Growing Up Wild Early Education Curriculum, which is designed for children aged 3 to 7. More about this curriculum can be found on the website of the Association of Fish and Wildlife Agencies. But this is a wonderful early education curriculum that really works to inspire and get kids outside and let them explore their own natural wonder about the world around them. With April being Native Plant Month here in Ohio, I thought that the lesson Seed Need, which is on page, in my guide here, found on page 50 here in the guidebook, that this would be an excellent lesson to tie into that Native Plant Month. Seed Need looks at how seeds can grow in all different environments around the globe. And plants provide a lot of food for not only humans, but wildlife as well. Sometimes wildlife are eating the shoots or the leaves or the stems, and even the fruits and the seeds are also food. Now, in the wild, animals have to search for this food source. But when animals find and eat these seeds, they also help the plant to be able to move their seeds around or disperse so that the plants can then grow in different places. Now, maybe this happens because, say, we have a bird, and this bird eats fruit that contains the seeds, and then as that seed passes through the body, it will come out, and then wherever it lands, that's where the seed will plant. But also, let's say that we have a furry animal, like our white-tailed deer. As it's moving through the environment, seeds might stick and catch on its fur, and as it travels, depending upon how far it can travel, when those seeds fall off, they can then sink, and if they get enough water, they can start to grow where they land. Sometimes animals are doing both, like our friend the black bear. Now, black bears, 80% of their diet actually are plants. So as they consume the seeds, again, they will pass those seeds, but they can also disperse them from them hooking onto their fur coat, and as they travel, the seeds will drop. Now, what's interesting is that animals have different ways of moving, and so depending upon what the animal eats and how the animal moves and how far that animal can travel, that has a lot of influence on where those seeds can land. Now, some background information that you can provide your students, right, is first, take them outside. Let them see, what are some seeds that we can find in our environment around us? Because just like plants and animals have a lot of diversity, so do the seeds. For instance, one that a lot of kids might be familiar with are pine cones. Pine cones are something that we can readily find here in Ohio, and we can talk about how the pine cone helps the pine tree to grow. We also can talk about maybe another identifiable seed from the sweet gum tree. So these prickly gum balls are the seed pod, and as you can see, this is something that might stick into that fur coat or get moved around so that it can grow in another place. Now, a very common and familiar one would be the maple tree seed. Sometimes these get called the helicopter because when you let them go, we didn't get to see it. Let me see if I can drop it from a higher angle. You can see it spin as it went down. So wind is helping to disperse these seeds, but so are these animals. So you can let the kids go outside, let them explore. It's very important with kids that you always set boundaries, especially when you're taking children outside. So you want to give them a marked area that they can safely move around in to explore. As they're finding different seeds, maybe they put socks on their arms and they can see, what seeds would stick to me if I was an animal eating in that area. Now, there's also an indoor component to this activity because sometimes we don't have an outdoor space, or we still want to give some more guidelines to the kids about what they can do, maybe in an indoor setting, in a classroom, in a gymnasium, somewhere again that you can set boundaries and let the kids have fun and explore. So now that we've talked about the lesson that can go with Seed Need, stay tuned for how the activity works. Okay, Now that we have learned about the lesson that goes with seed need and found ways to discuss with our students the importance of how seeds are moved around or dispersed in our environment, let's take a look at the activity that goes with the lesson. In the seed need activity, each student gets assigned a different type of animal to be during the activity. Depending upon what the animal is, they will also be given a certain colored seed, or in this case, pom-poms, that they will be dispersing or dropping in our forest. Now, how they will be dropping or dispersing those seeds again depends on the animal type, because each type of animal is given a specific movement that it does. At the end, we can then connect the size and movement of the animal to how far it's able to disperse its colored seed. Now, to help us demonstrate how these movements work, I've called in a very special guest. This is Jora. Can you say hi, Jora?
Hi.
She is a local first grader. Now, Jora, I see you have cute mouse ears on. Would you like to start by demonstrating the mouse?
Yes. This is the mouse, and I have to do baby steps. The seed color is white, so let's get this done.
All right, so baby steps like a mouse. So they take very small steps. Excellent. What other animals do we have?
We also have the bird.
What color seed does the bird disperse?
Red.
And what is the movement for the bird?
Flying.
Okay. So the bird can go much farther than the little mouse. What other animals do we have?
The deer and the pigs are green.
And what is your movement? Oh, the deer have very long strides. Oh, you lost your deer stride. You moved into a short stride. Try again. Excellent. Now, during the activity, the teacher would be sounding a whistle so that each student knew when to drop their seeds. What other animal is an option?
We have the black bear, and I skip. The movement is skipping and the brown seeds.
Okay, let's see you skipping black bear. And what else do we have?
Finally, the squirrel. The movement is hopping, and the seeds are yellow. So let's get this done.
So that's a pretty big hop for a little squirrel. Do you think they would hop a little smaller?
Yes.
Let's see that. Oh, there we go. So then at the end of your activity, you can look around your forest floor, and by noticing the different colors, you can see how far each animal type was able to go. Thank you very much for your help, little mouse Jora. So thank you for watching that activity. Obviously, you can kind of elaborate in your mind what that would look like with a whole class of students, running around mimicking those different animals. But I hope that you have found this video lesson on the Growing Up Wild curriculum for the lesson Seed Need helpful. And I certainly wish all of our educators the very best of luck in helping to advance environmental education for students of all wondrous ages. Thank you again, and look forward to other videos with you. Bye!